So welcome back. Let's go straight to the world of football this morning, where it's not the best of news for the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. Yes, I can tell you that the Flying Eagles of Nigeria got off to a losing start at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. In a frustrating one, of course, the campaign happening in Italy right there. They slipped to a narrow 1-0 defeat against Norway in Talca on Monday evening. Rasmus Højlund's 9th-minute penalty, awarded after a video review spotted a handball in the Nigerian box, proved the difference in the game. The Africans largely dominated but failed to convert their chances. The two-time silver medalists almost stunned the Scandinavians inside 3 minutes when Parobo Aneri rattled the crossbar with a fierce strike. Moments later, Nigeria were left chasing the game after Houghton calmly converted from the spot. Norway, buoyed by the early lead, nearly doubled the advantage when Luca Højlund danced through midfield with a long run and tip-up, who of course somehow they failed to steer home from close range. From then on, Nigeria entered the contest and launched wave after wave of attacks. Aneri went close again just at halftime, dragging his left-footed effort wide, but the goalkeeper beaten. In the 63rd minute, Tahir Megana's shot inside the box struck the base of the upright, leaving the striker holding his head in disbelief. The Flying Eagles felt further aggrieved when two penalty appeals were waved away in the second half, heightening their sense of misfortune. Norway, for their part, were content to sitting deep with numbers behind the ball, frustrating Nigeria's rhythm and soaking up the pressure. Aliu Zubairu's side thought they had leveled in the 71st minute, only for Nasiru Saliu's rising shot from the right to clear both the goalkeeper and the crossbar. With time running out, Megana again came close 7 minutes from time when he unleashed a powerful long string strike, but his effort flashed narrowly wide as Norway clung on. Despite their dominance and a catalogue of near misses, Nigeria were left empty-handed chasing their first under-20 world title after two previous final defeats. Will look to bounce back when they face Saudi Arabia in their second group game on Thursday. Yes, what a disappointing end right there for Nigeria. We did see France. France beat South Africa by 2-1. Yet another defeat for an African team. South Africa losing 2-1 against France yesterday. Colombia beat Saudi Arabia by 1-0 and have not gone top of the pile there. Of course, the USA were in total control against New Caledonia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 goals they put past New Caledonia. 9-1 it ended last night. Of course, it was played at about 12 midnight, and the Americans were in cruise control right there. Well, of course, for Nigeria, a disappointing end there to what should have been a good start for us. We did press, but then it was never enough as our efforts were not converted. The boys lacking the cutting edge in the final third yesterday. Disappointments right there, for the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. But then, of course, the coach of the side says, well, they were unlucky. Talking about Zubairu, says his boys were unlucky yesterday. They should have gotten maximum points, but who cares really? The story this morning is that the Flying Eagles of Nigeria have now lost their first game at that tournament, and Aliu Zubairu must now pick his boys up to ensure that they get back to winning ways. Yes, when they play their second game come Thursday against Saudi Arabia. Says, we were unlucky. We should have won that game. But let's quickly look at that story this morning, where Flying Eagles head coach Aliu Zubairu said the team were unlucky in their opening defeat to Norway in the 2025 World Cup, Under-20 World Cup. The Flying Eagles were unlucky to lose 1-0 to Norway despite dominating play. And in his post-match reaction, Zubairu acknowledged that possession doesn't win games, but blamed his side profligacy in front of goal for the defeat. And he says in his words, the boys gave their all, just unlucky at key moments. Possession doesn't win games. If one of those chances had gone in, it would have been different. Now we move, focus on Saudi Arabia, and we go for the 3 points. The words of coach Aliu Zubairu. Yes, the man who starts with the responsibility of leading the Flying Eagles to glory right there in the South American nation called Chile.